They say when you're surrounded by infinity, make any wish and it will come true. So I'm going to find some infinity. There's no one left because of you. I promise you, there will be a world where you're all safe. I'm going to name you Eshlock. He doesn't seem... Oh, bloody hell. What is that all over him? What can I make with wood essence? Just different kinds of wood, probably? Saplings, logs, charcoal with coal essence. Alright, I don't need most of that. What is my biggest shortcoming for Inderium? Platinum. So it seems... How did you get in? You have a pickaxe, that's how you got in. So it seems platinum is probably the best bet because I need platinum for platinum and Inderium. So the sooner I can get that going, the better, right? Yeah, sooner I can get that going, the better. So first thing first, I can afford to make 12 seeds. My new system for the cube is to have an input on the front and an output on the left, and then I route it past it so it serves as an overflow and emergency power, but otherwise just carries straight on with just the cable. So I need to go and do this with all of them, really, to make sure this new system runs as smoothly as possible. I appear to have made the next line up in the wrong column. I couldn't remember whether the divider went in the left one of the two or the right one of the two. It turns out it's the one that is not the one that I guessed. Welp. Platinum essence to black. Platinum into 2 ingots. And I seem to be having a backlog of osmium. And I'm not sure why, because that's osmium essence. So it should either be going into here, or it should be overflowing into there like the nether is. I don't know why the osmium isn't. Because that one isn't pumping at all. And yet the osmium is staying still. Why is that not sending it to the bin? The glowstone essence is being correctly voided. I just saw a load of glowstone essence go in there, so... What's the issue here? Because look, the glowstone goes in there. Why does the osmium not? Why? Is it because there isn't any turnover of osmium? Is there turnover of glowstone? I don't see any. The idea of this is it's just a complete overflow, because it should be trying to export it anyway, and it's just because that's full, it should carry on. I don't know why it's not. 974 antimatter. I'm very nearly at enough to make a single pellet. But that means I'm about halfway there, I think, unless there are other unforeseen things, which I won't know until I get there, because they're unforeseen. Can't predict it. Platinum line is built. I'm still growing seeds, well, producing seeds, ritually creating seeds through industrial magic to get more of them, but for now, that is technically built. For something a bit different, I think I'm going to see if I can set up this plastic factory. Now I've got the wood seeds, have endless logs, so I just need to set them up. Hey Eshlock, how's it going? Still going? Good. Oh no. Go away. Forgot about them. Can I cover this? Oh. Wow. Okay. Oh. Oh. That's problematic. Okay. I mean, I think I can just cover that and then... Ah, but I can't use it then. But what I could do is get a little bit clever. Put it here. Ah, damn, it doesn't integrate properly with them. So I can still use it, but it doesn't integrate. That's a shame. In that case, I'll get rid of those corner pieces. Put that there. And move... there it is. Move this to directly above here instead. If I have the cable going up there so that I can link it into the system. And ideally I want to mute that because that is annoying and loud. Shut up. Okay, I can still hear the other ones, but that'll do for now. I need a fluid extractor and latex processing unit. Are they both in here? Fluid encapsulator, but the fluid extractor is not. Latex processing is. So how many of these? If I just start off with one and just remind myself, there are upgrade slots. I can't remember, does this one use power? Yes, yeah it is. It's plugged into the power, okay. So I will need some of these, I'll need tanks for the stuff, that's easy enough, elite tanks, cheap. Latex processing needs water, that's fine. A sink, that also needs power, that produces latex, uses latex and water to make small dry rubber. And I need something to place the block, that's fine. I can use the constructor to place it directly from my system. If I recall correctly, there's a power line, good. So I'll just siphon off of that. And let's see if I have like a row of... Alright, I'll start with one. Again, I don't want to make the mistake I usually do, which is to just build a massive complex system that's far more extravagant than is required, putting a massive drain on my power. So if I get some universal, elite is sufficient still. And if I bring the cable round here to circumvent the power, which goes to the, that's the engineer's workbench, this will come round here, allow me to keep it all hidden safely under the ground, with a constructor sticking up the top. So constructor, one of those please, just start with the one. Constructor on the underside of that, and then I can set that to place birch logs. Like so. So that will keep that full of birch logs, which this slowly works on. It is powered, so it is working now to produce latex. So that is fairly simple. I can have a row of those if I want to. I will leave space for a row of them just in case the upgrades aren't viable and or sufficient. And then I will have latex processing here in front of it. Speed upgrades. Oh yes, now I remember why I wasn't going to go into the speed upgrades. So there's speed and efficiency. It looks like there are 2 tiers of speed using gold and diamond, so it's probably best to jump straight to diamond. But I don't know what this will actually do. I can probably make... I can make one of them. It looks like there are 4 slots. So I might be able to put in multiple. If I make 2 of them, and I'll see if I can double stack it. Because if I can just have one going really fast, then that's probably sufficient. Dissolution chamber. What do I need then for speed upgrade? It's not called a speed upgrade. It's called a speed tier. I need 1000 latex, 2 diamond gears, 2 sugar, and 2 redstone. I'm a little short on latex, just a tiny bit short, so if I stick another birch log there just to refill it, just hopefully then I will have enough. 2 redstone, 2 sugar. What have I done wrong? Oh, and 2 glass panes. I missed those entirely. Hard to see glass panes, funnily enough. That is reasonably quick to produce. And I can test right now whether I can put 2 of these in one. It seems I cannot. So it does work quicker. Compared to without. It's about 3 seconds. With... it's like 1.5 maybe. The usage is the same. So I am going to need multiple of these, because one, even with the tier 2 speed, will not cut it. 10 more of those, which I've got to place from behind. I don't know how many of these I'll need. I've only got the 3 extra speed. Oh, it looks like that's already full. So by default, it only stores 1. That's good to know. I'll just thread the power through all of these. Set them to extract. And then that way that will serve as storage while I'm setting the rest up. Ah, stop it. Stop, get out from my pipes. Stop that. Come here, come over here where I can hit you, thank you. Ah! Bloody infested building. Just a line of constructors will do the trick there. Filled with logs. Now this is going to be harder because I need latex buckets for the latex processors. They're also going to need a power in, a water in, a latex in, and an item out. And as I don't believe I can use the face, that means I'm only going to have the face and one side free. So I can't stack them side by side. I'm going to nick this latex processor as I don't think I'm going to need it elsewhere. Or I'm not going to need it here, rather. Once I've switched over to industrial production. And I don't know how many of these I'm going to need. These might operate faster, like enough to keep up. I don't think it will. It's probably like a 1-to-1 or maybe a 1-to-3 if I'm lucky. But with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of these, I might need as many as 4 of them. Ah, God, there's so many of them in this building. I suppose I'm lucky in that there are very buildings that seem to have loads of these. But if I have the power coming up from here, just in case I need a full line of them, which I don't think I will. I hope I don't, certainly. Put the latex processor there. I won't be able to have a full line of them because they can't be side by side. The cable has to come round the long way so that I can have this battlement, not battlement, what's the term? I can't remember the term. Crenellation, a crenellation of power cables. To be honest, elite tanks are a bit awkward because they've got to be like top and bottom. You can't have something going in the side, I don't think. Let me try. Nope, I am entirely wrong. Apparently you can. Okay. Yeah, no, never mind. That solves the issue then. I think you can only extract out the top and bottom. I can work with that. Extract out of there. That will then fill up this latex processor with latex. I then need the water and the items. Oh god, how am I going to do this? If I have the water going in the back... Yeah, there's a space for that. That extracts. So we have water and latex going in here, and this is absolutely not going to keep up with the latex generation. Not even slightly. One of these. That's a shame, but it is producing. That's good. I have got latex being produced over there at the moment. And if I put in a speed, I didn't mean to throw that. That should also help. But again, I don't think it's enough. I mean, 1. Alright, I'll keep an eye on that. It's about 4.5 at the moment. Second latex processor with a speed upgrade. Immediately starts operating. And, okay. Oh no, that's because that just used it all. Yeah, okay. I do have another couple of these. One in there. One in there. And one in there. Let's see how we are doing on the balance then. At the moment, we are managing it. And over here, I place a bin over an external storage. I happen to have one. Good. We'll need to just place that. External storage there. Nope, that's the outside. Ah, God, working with pipes. And then I place a bin here, which will be the storage for... See, this is when I found out I can extract from the front, actually. Seems I can. Okay. Well, that means I can now essentially double up the amount of latex processors I have if I want to, which at the moment I think I'm okay. Because I think these are actually just staying on top of it. They are quite massively staying on top of it. But I will have that going into there. And extract. Extract. So they both extract, drawing all of the small dry latex out of there. Does this have a purpose? Small dry rubber, right? Tiny dry rubber. Alright, let's have a quick look. Tiny dry rubber. Has no use apart from being turned into dry rubber. Which has no use apart from being turned into plastic. So I can automate the entire production in this one thing and not have it need to fill up my computer with components. So all of that goes into here to produce tiny dry rubber. I then need a crafter. Tier 1 is sufficient with a power cable. There. It's got nothing in it. Fast and logistical transporter here. So that's a nice overflow, so that can keep producing. Extract there. And then it is, I believe, 9 of this to produce 1 dry rubber. And then I need this to go into furnaces. Just another row of furnaces going into another bin, which will then connect to the computer. So I don't actually... I mean, there's no reason not to have the external storage on that. So I'll do the same here as well. I don't know how many furnaces I'll need either. If I set this to input on the back, output on the top. Extract from there. It might be quick, especially if I put a resonant in here. Just to speed it up a bit more. And then I guess, actually, if I turn this round a bit, if I turn this side on, because nothing will need to go in the side, then I have that as the input, and that as the output. And I can just rack them up, and I just need, oh, yeah, I was going to have it go into another bin. Right there. Logistics there. Extract. This will fill up with plastic. And that should be the system. Well, that's the system built. I've got a load of dry rubber I can just stick in there. And this will endlessly produce plastic, and the only things going into this are the water from the sink, logs from wood essence, and power, which is again renewable. So this is an entirely renewable plastic generation system, which is a series of things I did not expect to be a true thing. Latex, it seems... Yeah, 2 of these is more than enough to stay on top of all of this, but if I continue to upgrade those, then that will increase the latex production, but that seems to be the shortcoming, it takes a while to produce these. It seems they are now on like the second log, which is good, but they still are woefully underproducing. But I suppose, how much of this do I actually need? It's for the record. I get 8 from one record, and one record uses 4. So, 2... Oh no, one plastic per 2 things. That's not bad. 1 plastic per 2 things. By comparison, I need 400 blocks per 1. So that is probably sufficient. If I can finish kitting these out with the speed tiers, then that will almost certainly be sufficient for the infinity production I need. And just to make sure I never run out, always keep 64 logs. There's the last one. I will leave that producing a little extra, just in case. Theoretically, I could set it up so that there is latex also being exported into the computer, but the computer liquid crafting is lackluster, to say the least. So this is probably sufficient for now, because the amount of plastic it's already produced is enough for, if I have done my maths correctly, about 50 infinity catalysts, which is probably, well, it's definitely more than some of the other things I have, but is not bad. I should see about siphoning off gold. Where is it? This one. So I've got the gold essence is still going all into there to fill it up. I need gold and nether essence, I believe, for the records. And gold and netherite essence. Okay, well, I've got the plastic. The gold essence is currently all being used on gold, and the netherite, I don't have the production. How am I doing on netherite? Yeah, I'm only up to 30. I think that's because I've just had the 1 seed, but if I just leave that going a bit longer, I don't think I'm going to need that in as much quantity. Well, I'm definitely not. Again, each of these is 8, so I'm going to need... Oh, I do need nether as well, but I am... Oh, yeah, of course, I'm producing nether, and that's already being stored as nether. So netherite is separate. So I need 1 netherite per 8 infinity. So again, is nowhere near as vital to have in such large quantities, whereas 400 times 9 ingots, which needs like 8. I think it's like 2 one essence per 2 iron ingots or something is about how that works out. I think it was like 8 for 16 or 8 for 12 or possibly even 8 for... It doesn't really matter. The point is that I need a lot more of the materials than I do of those particular bits of essence, so I can focus on them now. Meanwhile, 1.1 thousand... Oh, that means I can do this. Do I want to do this? I probably want to do it... Oh, I don't know if I can like siphon a bit off. I suppose I can pump it back in again after I'm done. Alright, I'll do that. Set. Eject. Wow, this is very quick. Okay. Siphon that back in. Can I do that? I don't know that I can get that back out, actually. Nope, that just emptied it in. Okay. Well, that's something I'm going to have to be aware of. But then again, the amount I actually need after this is so minuscule. But I have an antimatter pellet. Surprised this is stable.